Hey everyone, what's up? It's Chris. I'm now free to do fun, stupid stuff, having completed my my intended the event I was targeting was GP Birmingham. That's come and gone, so now I'm free to brew and experiment and do stupid stuff and play fun formats like Legacy and Pauper, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play some Legacy. This is a deck I came up with myself, but it's sort of splicing together of two ideas which I cannot claim to have. I'm not the originator. So I'm calling this deck Echo and the Bombermen, which is a reference to an old band called Echo and the Bunnymen. I think it's incredibly funny and clever, and I'm very proud of myself for that joke. Most other people don't agree with that, and they're probably right. So for those who don't know, there's a legacy deck called Bomberman. Bomberman utilizes this interaction between Aureox Salvages and Lion's Eye Diamond, where you can rebuy the Lion's Eye Diamond, netting 1 mana every time, and you can slowly filter it into different colors and stuff as well. Walking Ballista is generally the kill condition of those decks, but doing that with a Mentor in play also lets you basically make monk tokens for every cycle. Doing it with a Mentor in play but with a petal instead of a salvages, instead of a petal instead of a diamond, is worse, but it basically means every 1 mana you sink in, because each cycle net costs you 1 mana, you make a monk, so that's an okay win condition in a pinch. The other thing we're doing in this deck is casting Echo of Eons from the graveyard, using mana from Lion's Eye Diamond, with a Narset in play. So Narset has a static that denies your opponents more than 1 card per turn in terms of drawing. So when you cast Echo of Eons, which is a wheel effect, so basically each player shuffles their hand away and then draws 7. You draw 7, your opponent draws 1 from the first one, and sometimes you're able to echo twice in a turn, so they have nothing in hand. And because of the fast mana, like the Petal, the Chrome Mox, you can do this really early. So that can be like backbreaking, and we've got enough blue cards, we've got 22 blue cards, that Force of Will is an option, so obviously we should take that option. It's nice having a safety valve. Yeah, so the idea is that you can oftentimes do one or the other on turn 2 or 3, and sometimes if the first thing you do is to Narset into a whole brand new hand, you can sometimes set up some more powerful plays on the same turn. If you hit another LED and another Echo or something like that, or very occasionally you'll hit enough fast mana between like 2 Petals and a Mox or something to cast a Teferi or a Mentor. You can generally have some fairly disgusting turns if you start going off. The deck is by no means good. I would not recommend this if you want to win, but it's a hoot. We've been playing it in paper I've been playing it in paper in our local, like, friendly casual not FNM, like just friendly casual legacy with a few local players, and having an absolute blast with it, and like winning a bit, but that's not really the point. We're just here to have fun. The sideboard is basically, so defense grids are your protection for your combo, and then there's a few hate cards and some removal to try and stop you dying. Kind of all makes sense, nothing very clever or fancy, but that's what we've got. So I'm going to now jump into some games. Okay, so we're just jumping into a first game now. Yeah, don't set your expectations too high, and hopefully we get to have some fun. We will definitely be going first. This is a deck that can take advantage of some quick starts. His hand is probably good enough to keep. We've got Ponder and Brainstorm to try and set up for some big turns. Force to protect us. So basically I'm pondering to find either a threat of some kind, so either a Mentor or Salvages or a Planeswalker. But not, like, Teferi's not really a threat. He's mainly here to protect the combo, and as just a generally good card in Legacy, because the fact that your opponent can't play at instant speed is like such good protection. But yeah, because we have such specific wants right now, there's no guarantee that, you know, there's high likelihood we'll just shuffle off the Ponder if we don't see what we need. We do see what we need. Holy shit, this is good. I will put back Petal, Narset, Echo. I will not shuffle. So the reason I'm leaving Narset on top is I want it to be safe in case opponent is on a Thoughtseize deck. And I don't care about Echo getting Thoughtseized because I want it in the graveyard. It's like actively good there. Burn, I guess. Yep. Okay, well we probably can overpower Burn if we get somewhat lucky. Human is the correct name with the cavern. And now we need blue mana, so I'm going to use the Chrome Mox, and I'm going to exile this Brainstorm, hoping I'm going to use Narset as my dig spell, basically. So, yeah, that's okay. I will exile that one. Might have been correct to, honestly, it might have been correct to do the Force. That's, sorry, misclick there. Blue, blue, something. So we're obviously digging for LED. If we dig LED, we basically win. Yep. Cool. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to make blue. And now I'm going to cast Echo. And if I'm the opponent, I'm not very happy with this. Oh, it's disappointing that we can't get enough mana to cast Little Teferi, because the interaction between Little Teferi and Rift Bolt is hysterical. They have to bolt Narset and we will fight over it. Or they just, if they go for me, then we won't fight, obviously. Because being at 17 when opponent's got nothing is not a big deal. That's going at me. Okay, that resolves opponent. You got it. Worst thing we can see now would probably be a Goblin Guide. Yeah, fine. Doesn't matter. Just to draw a card, recast this. We have made a land drop this turn. It might honestly have been right to just play out the Mentor, to be fair. Maybe I'm getting complacent because I feel like I'm very far ahead. Either way, I'm going to ship it back. Feeling good. Next turn we're just going to play out a Mentor and then try to go off again. I have to discard. Oh no! Now I have to make my Echo more affordable. Ha ha ha. I probably shouldn't have replayed the Lotus Petal because I can do it next turn. It costs 0, and then I could have pitched both. That was like actively bad. But you can see the deck is powerful sometimes. Oh, they don't understand how it works with Teferi. This is great. Another Petal. So we're going to go cast this. So I put these on, and then always yield, always yield. Blue, blue, blue. I'll keep the one with loyalty. Minus. I just realised I should have been tapping my Chrome Mox. I am badish, but opponent doesn't seem to want to play anymore. What a coward. So against Burn, I'll take... Like, do I even care? Or do I just crush them? I'm debating whether it's worth, like, slightly diversifying my interaction. I think I'm going to stick with that. Obviously the rest of this is trash. I mean, I might want a disenchant. I really don't know what Burn brings in. I'm not that au fait with Legacy Burn sideboards. It could be like... It's probably just things like Pyrostatic Pillars and stuff, which I can live with. This doesn't look very good. There's no fast mana, no white mana, only one land. Gonna mull. They've kept. Keep this. Get rid of a Brainstorm. This I can see us losing this. We don't have we don't have the same. Hand is nothing like as powerful as our first one. Ugh. But yeah, first turn will be Tundra, Ponder. Chain Lightning, yes, mate. You got it. Oh, opponent must have mulliganed. They appear to have been on a 5. I'm really confused. Maybe that's how the London Mulligan looks in MTGO. Like it shows us 7 cards until they do the bottom of the deck job. Little Tefs is a nice one. We're just going to Ponder. Land is good. Nothing else is really useful. I'm going to cast this because they might have an Eidolon and I don't want to I don't want to take 2 if I don't have to. Really clever me. So that's useful. Okay, draw. So I'm going to draw this Ponder I don't really want. I'm definitely shuffling away the Mentor. This might honestly be really, really incorrect. Good draw. My hope is that they'll do something like bolt this rather than recasting that, but there's every chance they just recast it. Yeah, land is a good draw. They've got 3 mana, so they can probably do all of it. Yep. Fairy down, Eidolon back. Well, the good news is we are at 14. I'm now debating whether I can take the extra. I think I've got enough of a life total that I can. So I'm going to cast the Chromox even though it hurts me. So I've got Tundra up in case I can hit a Swords to Plowshares. You can have this one. Yeah. So we are taking a bit of a pounding, but I think this gives me my best chance of untapping with Narset. Okay, we missed. Take the fast mana. I'm getting pretty badly injured. So I would have to put myself to 3. Oh, this is tough. Their whole deck is things that deal 3. I think I'm going to have to be careful. The problem is I don't really have a good way to deal with it. My hope, basically, well, I don't know. If they go after Narset, that would be fine. It's going after me. Okay. I wonder what their hand is. Okay, well, land I can beat. If it's only land. Plough this, and then see if I die, and if I don't die, then I'll go about my turn and try to win the game. Okay. LED. Ah, they're going to kill me now. I assume. Yeah, sure. Well, I don't think I was winning that. Probably 1/3 plough over the force. The question is now, can I probably have to cut that because I've got 3 less blue cards. Can't tell if that's right. We'll give it a go. I mean, Eidolon is an enchantment, Pyrostatic Pillar is an enchantment, Shrine of Burning Rage is an enchantment. As an artifact, sorry. I don't know exactly which combination of these things they play. This hand is gas. This hand is like a complete dream. I'm not worried about Smash to Smithereens on turn 1. And considering we're going off on turn 2, probably. My intention is probably to brainstorm, but I've left up Plough just in case. I don't know what I'm scared of. Like, Eidolon's the only creature I'm scared of. I can afford to take 2 from a Goblin Guide. Let's see what the top card is. This might make a... Ponder. Oh. Okay. We might not be going off. Obviously, we need to hit an LED, but we've got a good chance. We just need to hit an Echo. We missed, but we have a lot of dig. Or a backup Narset seems good. Your go, opponent. Be interesting to see where they aim their burn. Okay. That isn't the worst. Oh, it is, because every loop cost me 2 life, so that is kind of the worst. I'll cast Brainstorm. Then I can put back 2 things I don't want and get rid of them as part of the Narset minus. Don't need 2 LEDs. Echo. Boom. Okay. Okay. Promising. Very promising. So this is quite nice. We get to... Granted, we're taking some damage, but I don't think it will matter. Get to minus here. Then play this. And this will knock out their whole hand, because they're not allowed to draw more than one card. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited. I've got the Mentor next turn. That was real bad. I just wanted to have a mana to plow if I need to, but that's super unlikely. Oh, yes, it doesn't work. Yay, Teferi. This is so good. This is like the most I've ever won a game of Magic. My poor opponent is getting destroyed. Cast. Okay. Woo! The deck works. Nice. Well, let's play against Voldemort. See if they're as powerful of a wizard on regular Earth as they are on Harry Potter Earth. I would like to play first. That kind of stinks, doesn't it? That is all the mana in the world if I can resolve Narset. I can resolve Narset. We've got to go for this. This is such a busted turn one if Narset finds an Echo. Plus, like, just having a Narset in play means if my opponent is on a blue deck and keeps like a one-lander with a cantrip, we might just win. We are very much putting our eggs in a 3-mana blue basket. Come on, opponent. Let me see if my gamble's paid off. Okay, cool. Main phase. Chrome Box. If that gets forced, I'll be gutted. I'll tell you what, we are so soft to Force of Will, it's unreal. If this goes badly for me, I'm fucked. Opponent's on a 4-card hand, I just noticed. God, if they do have to force something, they'll have 2 cards. Okay, so they are probably going to force this if they can. Let's find out if they've got one. Okay, we're in. Gutted. Okay, I'm not going to reveal that my other card is not blue. I'm just going to let them have their turn. We'll activate Narset again next turn, looking 4 cards deeper for an Echo. We're by no means screwed. We might be quite good. Cool. That's about the best land we could have seen, I think. The only way this goes badly is if they go like Volk Bolt on Narset. That would be a real beating. It looks like it's what's happening. Yeah. Piss, I believe, is the phrase. Oh, God! Yeah. Alright, you go. I need to draw 2 more mana sources to do anything. Good news is opponent's low on cards. Bad news is what just happened. Ooh. Please, opponent, don't have anything. Yeah. Got to figure out. Oh, Rug Delver, okay. I think the Narset in hand is too important. So this is at least 3 colours, possibly 4. This is like the new kind of hot deck. Yes, we're getting there. We're just going to rip a land next turn and just win the game and look really smart. No problem. That's the polluted delta that we knew about, so that we still don't have any knowledge of their hand. Okay. Mana. That counts. Resolve. Resolve. We know one of their cards is Flooded Strand. Okay, Brainstorm is not Spell Pierce, so could have gone worse, but it by no means guarantees this resolving. Don't recognise that Brainstorm. Must be like an online only thing. Don't have. Okay, okay, thank God for that. Come on, Echo, 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 Echo. Shit. Okay. Well, the good news is next turn we get to look at 9 cards. There's a non-zero chance that one of them is an Echo. We've looked at a lot already. Yeah, you do what you want, opponent. I will not be interfering. So they just minused on Narset to make her go away. Doesn't matter, I was planning on playing 2 next turn. True name would be my assumption. If they're tapping 3 lands. Oh, maybe they just did that to reset the top of their deck. I don't know. Delver is fine. If the game goes long enough for that to matter, we'll be losing anyway. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to look for fast mana. Little Teffers ain't up to as much. You can go in our hand. Okay. LED. Make blue. And the nice thing about this. Nice. Land. LED. I'm not going to minus because I think I'm going to echo again. Just want fast mana so I can try and play something this turn. Like Walking Ballista's fine to kill that. Mentor's fine. Not that we can cast Mentor. Lotus Petal is probably acceptable. Okay. You can get that back with Auriok Salvages, it's not a problem. Gonna hold the LED to trigger the Mentor next turn. We're in a good spot. Life's alright. This deck is so hard to play and so fun to play. Please be a cantrip. Please be a cantrip. Yay, they've realised they can't cantrip. This is so good. Yeah, you got it, boss. There's another one in my hand. That's so nice. So their hand is like Ponder or something, which is all good. Oop. Chromox. Exile this. Blue. Blue. Yes. Yeah. This is so fucking good. Why isn't opponent conceding? I don't understand. Okay, they... Good. Woo! This deck is so good! Oh, although they were on a mulligan and I nearly blew it. I want defense grids and nothing else. They got one... Like, my general policy is to shave stuff. And I tend to treat the core of the deck as being Narset combo rather than Bomberman, with the Bomberman being like win more, I guess. Although, obviously, the games where you just go off with the Bomberman stuff is still sweet. There's a ton of work to do on this deck. Like, there's almost no chance my list is correct, and I need someone smarter than me to figure it out. But there's something here. You've seen me crushing people so far, although Burn isn't tier 1. But this Delver deck is like the hotness. So if we're beating that, that's a good omen. This hand sucks. The openers with this are so rough sometimes. Yeah. So, like, Teferi's probably unnecessary with defense grid, would be my thinking. Although, again, people smarter than me are probably yelling at me for that play. What you got, Voldemort? I think the thing I'm most scared of is, like, turn 1 Delver, and then Daze, and, like, all the outrageously effective tempo plays they can make. But if they don't have it, then we are just going to dig for land. This is great. So I'm going to try to... next turn I'm going to run out Petal and then cast Defense Grid so that they can't daze it. Obviously I'd rather not burn the Petal, but if I have to use the Petal to pay for daze to make a card as busted as Defense Grid Resolve, then so be it. This is probably a Ponder or a Brainstorm. They wanted to fetch first, I guess. Well, you have to fetch first to cast things, but I don't know, sort of funky sequencing from opponent. Petal. Defense Grid. Don't daze me, bro. Or girl, bro. Whichever. Brainstorm resolves. I imagine they are desperately looking for a Force of Will or a Spell Pierce. I would hate either. Oh, you scoundrel. That or they've got another Brainstorm and they're still fishing. That'd be nice. I like it when you can... When you threaten something so egregious, your opponent wastes a Brainstorm. Yes! Good. Go on. Fail to find. I know you can't fail to find on a Brainstorm like you can a fetch land or whatever, but... Oh, that feels good. Your go. Yeah. The best thing we can see now is no fetch lands and they've locked themselves because they wasted a... Oh, Bastard. Probably just a threat. Yeah. It's a big stupid Tarmogoyf, who cares? Does nothing. I mean, it does do quite a lot. Well, we didn't come here to not go for it. We've got a free pass. They can't even force of will with defense grid. We need LED to win. I think they're just F6ing. That or they don't know how defense grid works. Ah, they don't know how defense grid works. Well, this is somewhat disappointing. Ponder gives us a look. Three looks, none of which hit. This is potentially problematic. Nope. I have played a land, so I'm just passing the turn, and I'm going to lose Narset, which is sad. Yeah, we're kind of all in on Monastery Mentor now, so next turn I'm going to be able to play Mentor, cast Ponder, and see what we hit. You know, it's not the end of the world. We even have a second Mentor on top of our library, so we might be able to just shit out tokens and piss people off. I assume not. Yeah, why wouldn't Narset be down? One quite cool thing about this deck is that Narset is a combo piece that's also just a massive pain in the ass. Delver? Yeah, fair enough. And I think they have a bolt in their hand based on them fetching a Badlands and then panicking last turn. I can't do what I said because I'm shuffling the other Mentor away, so the shitting of the tokens is not going to happen. So I would love just a 0, any 0, like Lotus Petal or whatever. Okay. They must, again, they've either forgotten or they're just F6ing. Yep, they've forgotten again. Very good opponent. Still can't do it. This is excellent. No, it's not, because I don't get to keep 2 of them. This isn't a brainstorm. Piss. Okay. Well, we're going to make 1 more token. And it won't be good enough. I'm not going to exile anything to the Mox. I don't think I need the mana. And I do want the Echo available. Because the Echo doesn't get discarded, it gets exiled. If it was discard, we'd be very happy to do that. So I'm fairly sure Mentor's going to die to a Bolt. This would be unlucky if this flipped because it would be a blind flip. But it's not out of the question. They probably have 25, 30 hits in their deck. No, they didn't flip. That's good. Can try and trade it with a token. I assume the first thing they do is bolt my Mentor. Yes. Okay. Well, that bolt they've been trying to cast is finally done. Stating the obvious, the best draw for us is just Narset. We're taking it this turn with a view to chump blocking next turn, I guess. That is good. That removes blockers pretty well. There is hope. The hope is that our third or fourth card down is an LED, and if it's not, we're in some bother. Okay. We're a bit effed in the B, it would seem. Yeah, we can't even attack because they can bolt one token, and if this flips, we're dead regardless. So we're not in the best of positions, to put it mildly. Obviously, we're just chump blocking 2 Tarmogoyfs, probably losing the Narset and therefore the game. I don't know why they wouldn't send the Delver as well. So they should almost assuredly use the Bolt to kill Narset here. And are they all at me? How do you see? So yeah, that has to resolve because I'm not allowed to cast Force of Will without paying extra. They're all at me. So I have to do this. Don't really think we have any outs. Bit disappointing, but you know, we still did some semi-cool stuff. Like, we're doing fine. I still like Defense Grid. I still think it's a massive pain in the ass for them. Crypt is interesting as a 0 that's good with our general plan and good against Goyf and Arcanist. But probably, like, I think we'd probably only bother diluting our plan with Crypts if they're, like, literally Reanimator. Yes. Well, we have a combo and a defense grid, so I'm almost certain that we keep this. It is unexciting, but something like a Lotus Petal that lets us go off on turn 3 is a thing. Wondering whether I should have played the LED out. I don't think so. I don't think they bring in like a Braids or anything against me. And I've seen a little bit of black, but I doubt it's for Thoughtseize. It's probably just for K Command and Abrupt Decay. This is where they go turn 1 Thoughtseize, of course. That's a bad land to fetch in your Ren and 6 deck. Alright, well they take the salvages and I look like a tit. Actually, if they take the LED, then I'm happy as Larry. Because I can salvage it back. Yeah. I am surprised that they are playing that card. I'd love a Brainstorm. Okay, that is not quite what the Doctor ordered. They didn't seem as bothered about Defense Grid as maybe they should be. So maybe they've got a force for it? No? Okay. Didn't play around Days, that was bad. We're asking a lot off the top of the deck from here, though. Although, to be fair, a Narset might do it, because we can cast it, we've got the LED, we just need to hit the Echo. So, like, 1 Narset is probably gravy. Probably just a Tarmogoyf. Or an Abrupt Decay. They might decay my Defense Grid. Tarmogoyf, who cares? Card's rubbish. I love Tarmogoyf. That is not a Narset. So we're a bit under the gun. Although that's not that fast of a clock. It's like 6 turns or something. Could be worse. Could be worse. Yep. Okay. What else have you got, opponent? Oh, that is a clock. I'm debating fetching to thin, but I think I'd rather have the chance of drawing a brainstorm and it being good. Mentor ain't bad. Okay. Your go. If they have a way to kill my mentor, I'm sad. But we've made a token. Tokens are like tokens with prowess are like genuinely very powerful. It's basically a Monastery Swiftspear. Okay. Interesting that they didn't go for the defense grid. They obviously feel like they don't care about my combo, I guess. Okay, well, I'm not blocking this time. I'll block next time. No, I will block in case they have removal next time. I've done it too late now. I was going to say I might block in case they have removal. Okay, they've got one more thing to cast. I assume it might. If it's something like an Arcanist, my decision not to block will bite me. Renin 6 to kill my token would be bad. Arcanist, yeah. See, Chris, you're dumb. You're so dumb. Lame. Okay, well, can't win them all. I'm going to give it one more game with this excellent deck that's perfect. I'll create a game. Get someone to come and play with me, hopefully. Moonsweep. Solid name. Oh, won the die roll again. We're living well. This hand is so close. We absolutely have to keep it. I'm going to lead on basic island. There's a question about whether at the end of my turn I should brainstorm looking for a Chrome Mox or Lotus Petal, or whether I shouldn't because Chrome Mox with the Flooded Strand, ooh, Terramorphic Expanse, this is weird. That is not a good card. Why is that being played? I don't understand. Okay. I'll brainstorm putting back like LED and something else bad. This. This does not mean they don't have Wasteland, so I will fetch basic island. Opponent's being weird. Surgical Flooded Strand. You got it. That is bizarre. I hope they get annoyed when they see my hand and deck. Yep, you got all my strands, mate. Congrats. I've learned my lesson. It's lucky we've got plenty of mana. We're all set. Did just shuffle away a basic island, but I don't think we need it. I think opponent's been trying to figure out what we're up to. Just cast this. We're just looking for Echo. Well, we got a force. We have a disposable Teferi in hand, so if opponent does anything too terrifying, I guess Thalia would be a pain in the tits. I'm trying to think what basic planes would mean. Basic planes, Terramorphic Expanse, Surgical Extraction in game 1. Like, I'm the most confused I've ever been. Okay. Yeah. So Narset kind of just negates that, but I draw first, so I'm +1 card. I'm up for that. Opponent is... They're up to something. Let's find out what. So we've got 4 looks at an Echo, basically, is what's currently happening. Draw. Draw again. Oh no, we've got 5 looks at an Echo because of Howling Mine. Actually 6. This is getting better and better the more I think about it. Nice. Cast. We've got so much, like, we can force, if they force, we can force back because we're pitching our hand anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I just realised this Howling Mine Narset thing is fucking amazing for me because I draw 2 a turn and they draw 1. This is comedy. Anyway, crack for blue. Cast this. GG. Just checking they're not moaning at me. I'd be pissed off if this was the board state and I was on that side. Like, this is amusingly one-sided. And they've thinned 4 lands out of my deck. So they've surgicaled LED, which is the correct target. No, they've surgicaled Teferi! I thought they aimed at LED. Oh, that's so bad of them. Like, my deck doesn't work without LED. Bomberman doesn't work. Echo barely works. That's so bad. Have I played a land? I have. I'll pitch a Brainstorm. Okay, and it's your go. So they're going to draw 1, which makes their Howling Mine really good. Hedron Crab. Yeah, I don't think that matters because they might, like, milling might be good for me. If they mill an LED or an Echo, that's like actively good for me. How good would that be? So this is some kind of bizarre blue-white mill. Okay, they didn't mill anything good, but that's fine. Draw an extra card. That is nice. I know they are out of whatchamacallits. I might have to do some explaining in a minute. But we're basically looking for a ballista now, just to kill. And I'm... Okay, so... Let's brainstorm. Okay. Obviously we can't hit ballista here, but we can reset the top of our library as the intention. Although it might have been... I don't know. This deck is hard to play. Just show me a ballista. Any order. Opponent's being rude. Okay, good. They didn't like that. Well, there we go. So we've played 3 matches. We've won 2 of them. And we put up a fight against the best deck in the format. So I'd say that's a success. Yeah, enjoy the deck. I hope you play it, tune it. If you do play it and tune it and have any success, I'd love some comments regarding what you've done and how it's affected things. I'd love to see the deck, you know, improved by better players than myself. So if you think you can do that, that would be great. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.